Aaron Judge deserves some respect after being the American League MVP and hitting a record 62 home runs in 2022. A lot of people think Shohei Ohtani deserved the win, but the fact that Aaron Judge managed to impress the voters and win the 2022 AL MVP award says a lot. Judge truly deserved it, considering that he was better in more ways than one and all of his teammates. Plus, the majority of baseball fans agree, but there were still debates. Here's everything we know. First off, did Ohtani have any chance to win? For starters, since Ohtani was able to get 2 first-place votes, we'll take it as a kind of acknowledgement that, although Judge may be the American League's MVP for 2022, Ohtani's impact is unrivaled among all the players in Major League Baseball. It wasn't a crazy statement to suggest that Ohtani was just as good, if not better, because there were even some people who were having serious debates about his 2021 season being the best one ever, even if he didn't perform as well this year. He just sort of lost explosive performance, dropping from a .965 OPS and 46 home runs in 21 to a .875 OPS and 36 home runs in 22. Other than that, he improved as a pitcher, moving from a 3.18 ERA over 130.1 innings in 21 to a 2.33 ERA over 166 innings. Ohtani's been 52% better than an average batter and 55% better than the average pitcher over the past 2 seasons, according to OPS Plus and ERA Plus. This is comparable to what it would be like if Buster Posey and Justin Verlander were the same guy, if we were still in 2012 and 2013. That's crazy. You know what else is crazy? Ohtani trains harder than any other player for his skill, even if it feels like it's an all-natural talent sometimes. Let's talk more about Aaron Judge. After breaking the AL record with 62 home runs this season, Judge bested Los Angeles Angels two-way sensation Shohei Ohtani in an MVP race that some people had expected to be close because of everything we talked about before. But it seems like Judge was pretty deserving, judging by how happy he was when he got interviewed. So happy, in fact, that it was hard for him to put it into words, being surrounded by his wife, parents, and agents. Overall, he felt on top of the world, but that doesn't mean it didn't take some serious effort to get there. The 6'7" outfielder scored 410 points from the Baseball Writers Association of America panel, including 28 of 30 first-place votes in 2 seconds. Ohtani, the winner from last year, received 280 points for being selected first on 2 votes and second on the remaining 28. Also, did we mention that he's a free agent now? Now for how Judge compares to the rest. For starters, Judge beat Yankees slugger Roger Maris's 1961 AL record of 61 home runs. Not to mention, he also led the majors in runs, on-base percentage, slugging percentage, OPS, extra base hits, and total bases to help the Yankees win the AL East. He ranked second in the AL with a .311 batting average and tied for the big league lead with 131 RBIs. Ohtani wasn't too far off because he led a third-place Angels squad that went 73-89 for the best two-way season in baseball history. In 28 starts over 166 innings, the Japanese phenom finished 15-9 with a 2.33 ERA and 219 strikeouts. Not only that, but he batted .273 with 34 home runs, 95 RBIs, and a .875 OPS. If that's not insane, we don't know what is. Meanwhile, Alvarez, the Houston slugger who hit the game-winning home run in the World Series, hit .306 with 37 home runs, 97 RBIs, and 1.019 OPS. But still, let's not forget that Judge was the American League's Rookie of the Year in 2017, while Jose Altuve, the second baseman for Houston, won the MVP award. Moving on, is Ohtani underrated? Naturally, Judge's AL MVP victory shows that Ohtani can't just win the award every year because he's productive. There are several grounds for winning MVP, but the most important ones are outside Ohtani's control. For example, he can only do so much about the Angels' record, and it's possible that he would have performed better in the vote for the AL MVP if the Angels had finished with 89 wins as opposed to 89 defeats. But yes, it's not his fault that the majority of the other 25 players on the team were awful. Another reason is that Ohtani isn't valued as much as he should be because of his victories over replacements. WAR mostly evaluated Judge's strengths as a fielder, because he was good at both a good position like center field and a slightly worse one. Judge was unquestionably strong as a right field hitter. Even without diving into the exact numbers, it makes sense why WAR would put such a high value on a player of that level. Ohtani is treated differently by WAR mainly because he's both a pitcher and a designated hitter. Even though Ohtani is all of these things, the DH role presents a problem, since it doesn't see Ohtani helping his his club with run prevention, despite the fact that on the days he pitches, it's half of his job description. Next up, teammates react to Judge's win. On behalf of the entire Yankees organization, Brian Cashman congratulated Aaron Judge on earning the American League MVP award. In his eyes, he had a season in 2022 that's among the greatest of all time, thanks to his incredible talent in every area of the game. Aaron's success was impressive, particularly for the organization because they've been able to see him grow as a player and leader throughout his professional career. We think we can all agree that he was an offensive force in the batter's box, a run preventer everywhere he's been deployed in the field, and someone who sets the bar in the clubhouse with his undying passion to win. As a matter of fact, he's been the team's MVP for quite a while, and they feel like he deserves this win. Even Aaron Boone appreciated him for having one of the best seasons in sports history. Overall, considering how much respect he has for him as a player and as a person, he was thankful that he was able to see it firsthand and be a part of his amazing year. Not to mention, Aaron Boone wants to learn from his win. He hopes that he can look back on his incredible accomplishments as an athlete and the influence he had on his teammates every day, and use those accomplishments as motivation to continue being the best in the years to come. Cashman also spoke to the media shortly ahead of the annual Covenant House sleepout, and said the organization had already given Judge a contract offer, while most of Judge's teammates tweeted only positive things about him. Jamison Tylon described Judge as the best in the business both on and off the field, saying it was a pleasure to share a locker room with him. Meanwhile, CC Sabathia stated Judge gambled on himself and left no mistake while he congratulated him on finishing one of baseball's most historic seasons and bagging the AL MVP. Finally, how did baseball fans react? Both players had fantastic seasons, but it's easy to draw the conclusion that Ohtani would have won in any other year but this one. Even though Judge ended up taking home his first MVP award in his career, Ohtani did take second. Not to mention, Judge lost against Judge's 28 first-place votes, while he only got 2. There was obviously not much of a choice, but baseball fans had a lot to say about it. The fans used Twitter to express their opinions on the results, and according to Blue Jays Express, Judge only pitched 0.0 innings this season, so they didn't see him as the winner. Instead, Ohtani was the clear winner, according to this tweet. To be honest, they're not totally wrong because Ohtani is essentially a 2-in-1 player, which is why he won last year. In any case, Ohtani's fans thought he was the better athlete and deserved the win. Some fans were furious, while others were in favor of Judge getting the award. The fans need to come to terms with the fact that Ohtani just lost to a player who's also deserving of the award, and MLB fans know greatness when they see it. Fans can't go wrong with either of these two game changers on their squad, regardless of which one they choose. While Ohtani continues to be regarded as a serious all-time talent among Angels fans, Judge established all-time milestones. Regardless, there's no doubt that both fan groups want their respective stars to play for their teams for a very long time. Fans on both sides of the debate have a lot to say, but all in all, Judge and Ohtani had two of the best and most meaningful seasons in baseball history, and that's something to be grateful for. But what do you think? Do you think Ohtani deserved to win the AL MVP this year? Let us know in the comments below. That's it for today. If you like this video, please leave a like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more awesome content just like this.